We have started a new series called The Guy I Need to Know, which is about the Holy Spirit. So we are in our final week of the series, and it is about how the Holy Spirit gives us gifts. So Rebecca, do you want to explain that?
So before you jump into this week, go ahead and review the last 4 weeks, and you'll see what those main points are on your lesson template. But before I kind of go over the lesson, I just want to share a little bit of my heart on this. So we have been in the series on the Holy Spirit, and they've learned, the Holy Spirit's their friend, that He gives them the power to change, that He helps them to walk in the fruit of the Spirit. But in this last week, at the end, we are going to give them the opportunity to invite the Holy Spirit to fill them. And we're not going to make it some big moment. It's just going to be a simple prayer like any other weekend. But as leaders and as a staff, we are praying that their hearts would be open, and that for many of them that would be a moment that they receive the Holy Spirit, and we're shortly following with their family. They get to pray and invite the Holy Spirit into their life. So just keep that in mind and definitely pray into this week and have an open heart for God to move in the kids' lives in that prayer moment. But we're not going to make it a big deal. Nothing's going to be forced. It will just be a simple prayer like, hey, you guys repeat after me, Holy Spirit, I invite you to fill me. And the prayer is detailed out at the end. But wanted to kind of make that clear from the get-go. But as far as the lesson goes, there are 2 videos in this lesson as well as an illustration. So you've got a lot to pack in pretty quickly. So you'll want to make sure to connect quickly, but then jump right in. So Chelsea, tell us what the 2 videos are.
Okay, so we have one video of a boy named Judah, and he's really sweet. He talks about how he experienced getting filled with the Holy Spirit and how he's been able to use that to go and bless and pray over people. It's really awesome. And then our next video.
So that one will be at some point during the lesson, and then the last video, you're going to pray right as you're closing. So you'll play this video, and then you'll go into that prayer moment where kids have the opportunity to ask the Holy Spirit to be their best friend, to fill them, and that they want His power. So this video,
the Holy Spirit water illustration video. So you will use this. So the only thing that wasn't in your PowerPoint was the testimony video of Judah. But it is written out on your lesson plan. So if you just type it out on your computer, you can watch it that way.
And we will have it loaded for you on the weekend. And we do want you to use these 2 videos, so make sure to plan your teaching time around that, because we want to make sure we have time for them to play. So looking over this lesson here, you can recap the Holy Spirit is God, and we're talking about how He has gifts. And for your illustration, you're going to have 9 mini gift bags with the different gifts written on them. And then as you talk about each gift, you get to pick up the bag so that they can have that visual of it being a gift. And again, I want to emphasize that the kids don't have to understand what these gifts are. We want to mention them and bring that exposure, but they don't have to get it. So there's a lot of different gifts that we're going to be talking about. And I want them to leave knowing that the Holy Spirit gives them gifts, not having a complete understanding of every one of those 9 gifts. So briefly mention them, and don't stay on one gift very long. So at the most, you're going to spend 1 minute, or maybe just 30 seconds explaining each of the 9 different gifts, especially when it comes to speaking in tongues. It's an amazing gift, and we'll have it written on one of the gift bags, but we're not going to spend time explaining it or even trying to clear up misconceptions about it, because hopefully a lot of these kids don't have any misconceptions, and so we don't want to introduce something confusing that isn't confusing them. Right. Hopefully you can understand what I'm saying there. So a lot of parents have hiccups when it comes to that, but a lot of these kids just have never heard about it. So we just want to present it, and then it's our prayer that through this series and through hopefully them talking to their parents, that many of them will receive the Holy Spirit. So you'll close out by playing that water illustration video, and then the prayer we have listed out for you guys is real simple, and it's just, would you fill me with your power? I receive your gifts. And then we'll have some worship music playing, and maybe just give a 30-second pause after that. Let it be a ministry moment, but again, we're not forcing anything. We're going to keep it very simple. And then, we'll move forward and just close it out. And then hopefully in small group leaders can talk to them. And if that was a special moment for them, we can help follow up and explain things if they have questions. So anything else you can think of as we wrap up?
I think that's it. So that concludes our final week of The Guy I Need to Know.